here is our 2020 makeup tutorial. We have our lovely Kelsey modeling for us. So we already have a base foundation on her, and so we're gonna jump right into the contouring part. So you're gonna take your 3 steps to sculpt NYX as part of your kit last year and this year. I do have a couple extra if you find yourself without this. And we are gonna take the darker of the 3 colors, and we are going to, I like to pinch my brush, dab it in the dark. She's gonna turn her head, she's gonna give me kissy lips. We're gonna draw a line right underneath her cheekbone and right up against her forehead, down to blend the 2 together. Perfect. And kind of make sure it's not a strict line, you wanna just blend it all in. Then you take your lightest color and we're gonna go underneath all of that to make it a more natural look. Wrap it all the way down and around their chins. Next, we're gonna take the Away We Glow blush that was either in your kit from last year or this year. Again, I have more coming in the mail if you need some, or if yours is shattered or can't find it or whatever. And we're gonna get all the colors. She's gonna give me some cheeks. We're gonna circle and then we're gonna pull back. Circle, pull back. So you should be layered right above that brown line that we started with. And then, last but not least, we're gonna take the shimmery color from your contour palette, and we are actually gonna start underneath their eye by their nose, and we're gonna sweep all the way across. Underneath their eyes by their nose, all the way across. That should layer on top of your blush. Then I like to take it, turn them, and then just give it a good old blend all together to make sure there's no super duper obvious lines. And then we'll do the other side. Perfect. Perfect. So now that we've got our face evened out, we are going to do some eyeshadow. So we can take any kind of concealer or eyeshadow base. Okay, if I use this, perfect. And you're just gonna put a little bit on the eyelid to make sure it stays on when they're sweating. So we're gonna close your eyes, sweetie. Perfect. So go with something nude. You can even just use the same foundation that you used on their face before you got started. Then, if you have last year's palette, they're the exact same palette, but they decided to get all confusing on us and switch the shapes. So if you are in last year's palette, you're still gonna use your bronzy color to get started. If you have a new palette from this year, that is gonna be your center square. Either one is same color. So we're gonna get started with this. This is gonna be your entire eyelid. So you're gonna start with this color over the whole eyelid. We're gonna start from the inside and work our way out. Nothing too crazy or scary. If you make a mistake, nothing, a little makeup wipe won't take off. There we go. That's layer number 1. Easy as that. If you're working with last year's palette, your second color is going to be 2 down from your bronze. If you're working with this year's new palette, that same color is all the way on the end. So we're gonna take that color and this spot right here around the edge of their eyelid, you're just gonna pat it in there. So we're not gonna get crazy with the wig or anything, you're just gonna pat the corner of their eyelid with a little darker color with them being on stage, they can get washed out really easily. So you want to make sure that they have some layering to their eyeshadow. Next, you're going to take the darker, pinkier color, or in this palette, you are right next to the color you started with. Same color. This one's going to go in the middle of her lid. Literally just pat it on there, and then brushed along the top. Middle, brushed along the top. And then last, in this year, last year's palette, is the lightest color. The new palette has 2 light colors, so be sure to use the matte, not the shine, because you don't want too much shine next to their nose. So we're gonna take that matte color, and we're just gonna go right inside where her nose and eye meet. And then we're just gonna fan it out. There we go. Then the next layer you're gonna do is eyeliner. This you can either have from your kit, or if you have a black eyeliner that you prefer, you can do that as well. So the eyeliner from your kit is gonna be the e.l.f. brand. She's gonna go ahead and close her eyes, the waterproof eyeliner, gel eyeliner. So I like to pull taut so you don't get thick lines, and then just run across their lash line. Like that. And then this year, we're not making a certain type of eyelash mandatory. I do believe these are the ones from last year's kit. I know some of you want to try magnetic, totally fine. I personally use the magnetic Moxie lashes with the magnetic liner and the lashes. So you would just use their black magnetic liner instead of your e.l.f. liner. Or you can get something that you feel looks best on your dancer. We just ask nothing with rhinestones or any color to it, just black full eyelashes. And that will be your final step to your makeup for your eyes. Then you're gonna do the last step, which is your lip. You should have your NYX Soft Matte Metallic Lip Cream Madrid color, and I do have more of those in stock if you need to purchase one. Go ahead and open up. And we're just gonna put that right on. So I know this seems like a really dark color, but when they're on stage, they need something to pop to really make those facials stand out. Go ahead and rub together for me, Kels. Perfect. So that is your 2020 makeup tutorial. Okay, so this is Tribe 5's Jazz hair and costume. So we're gonna do a high pony, straighten. Her hair is pretty straight already, so we're not gonna worry about straightening it this morning. So we are gonna brush straight back, sorry girls. And we wanna make sure it's super high. So I actually start at the ears and pull up and work on bringing hair up as we go then. I personally use the Got2b Glued Blasting Freeze Hairspray. It was the same hairspray that I recommended last year. You should be able to find this at any drugstore, Ulta, maybe Sephora, any kind of place like that. Close your eyes, dear. So we're gonna start getting her nice and slicked. Make sure there's no flyaways. If you need to use a gel to ensure that there are no flyaways, that's obviously totally fine. Just keep in mind that we do have one hair change for this group this year, so you don't want to get it so gelled that you can't get it out. Down, kiddo. So make sure, especially that in the back of their head, there's no bumps. You pull up all the wispies by the ears, all that fun stuff. We want to make sure it's nice and tight. Which is even tight still. So we got ground and wrist, perfect. We're going to spray from the base of the neck and then comb up. don't be afraid to be generous with the hairspray. I know they don't care for it, but tough nuggets. Don't want anything falling out on stage. Look up, dear. Then we're going to do the same thing from the front. So this looks pretty slicked. We're going to give it one more spray around. And then I'm going to go through with my hand and catch any flyaways or any gap between her head and the hair. Make sure she's nice and tight, and then make sure that you're not falling back as you get it up there. So I'll take your hair tie, kiddo. And make sure you're using hair ties that do match the color of your hair, if possible. Just no pinks or purples or orange or red or blue or anything rainbowy. Then we're going to pull from the base of the ponytail up as she looks up. So ensure we don't get any big bumps, but that it's nice and tight. Then your dancer should have brought home their rhinestone pony clip. You're going to base that in the very front. Put your fingers through the top. Pull the strap to the bottom. Then twist it. Go back again. And then just throw it down at the base. And then pull the rhinestones over top of the hair tie. And then pull it on. And that should be your high pony look. Don't forget you're gonna need your earrings for this routine, as well as your half shoes, which she doesn't need on today. So Kels, go ahead and stand up and show. You need your bottoms, your top, your earrings, your shoes. Tights are not necessary with the lining that we have this year, and your high ponytail with your full face makeup from our video before. All right, so we've just changed from our jazz costume into our hip hop costume. The hair is the same, so if we get lucky enough at competitions, all you're gonna need to do is take out that rhinestone pony. Make sure that everything is slicked. So what I like to do is I like to spray and slick and then redo the strap for the ponytail if need be. And chances are after them dancing nice and full out, they should need some re-slicking in between routines. Then just take out your ponytail, regather everything.
I have another one.
Okay, perfect. Thanks, Gus. And just high pony them for hip hop. We're gonna go with a plain high pony. Make sure that if they have any major kinks or anything in their ponytail, that you obviously get those straightened out, like so. Then she's gonna wear her black sports bra from Hip Hop last year that the kids all have or should have, or a plain black sports bra with no writing on the front. Then she's got her purple Adidas top. She's got her black joggers, and then in her dance bag, she's got her Adidas hip hop shoes that the kids all have. So go ahead and stand up and show us the full hip hop look, as well as her earrings. And that is your full hip hop look for Tribe 5.
Go.
Okay, so she has just switched out of her hip hop costume now into her lyrical costume. And so we have to take the high pony out. Sorry, Kelsey. We need to split down the middle for a middle part. Sometimes they have a natural middle part, and sometimes you gotta force it. Do you have one?
Not really.
Nope.
Kind of.
Okay, fantastic. Doing good. Here we go. There she is. Seeing her come through now. Okay, so we are doing a low pony with a hairpiece this year. Miss Mouse switching it up and throwing in some hair pieces this year. So we're gonna brush it out first to get any major kinks out from having it all the way up. Then I like to start from the top. Oh, sorry, my thumb in your eyeball. And from her part, I'm gonna slick down before I even pony, so we got kind of a good structure so you don't lose the middle part when you go to form the pony. Nice and slicked. Next, some kids have a weird preference about over their ears or behind their ears. Do you like over or behind? Behind? Perfect. So we're gonna go behind her ears for her because that's what she prefers. I'm weird and I like mine over the top of my ears. I don't care which one as long as it's tight and secure. And we're gonna gather at the base of her neck. With her naturally straight hair, this is pretty easy. We're gonna spray, and then we are going to slick with a comb or a brush. Comb's easier with the smaller comb, tooth combs. And you want to make sure all that's real tight. So you don't want any flyaways. And what may look like, oh, there's not going to fly away when you're dancing. You have to have it really cemented in for there not to be any kind of movement on stage, because you can lose points for hair coming undone. Not the end of the world, but we just like to avoid it if at all possible. And then we're going to take her hair matching ponytail holder. Applique that you'll be receiving in class next week if you don't have yours yet. And you've got 2 alligator clips on the back. So you're gonna pinch open those alligator clips. You're gonna start diagonally. If you're behind the dancer, it's gonna go on their left side diagonally. So we're gonna push those alligator clips down towards their left shoulder. I'm gonna start in the middle with both my alligator clips, and then I'm just gonna push in until it's all the way taut and stretched out. Feels nice and tight, Miss Addie? So it's at the base of her neck, comes up and over by her ponytail at a diagonal slant, with the middle being on this edge. So she's got her rhinestone applique. Okay, you should be good.